it's Leah, and welcome to Enlightened Mystic Essentials. And today we are going to look into insights for the divine feminine, divine masculine. How the divine feminine views and how the divine feminine feels towards the divine masculine and about the divine masculine, right? If you are new to my channel, I'm Leah. I read numbers, colors, and I talk to spirits. So, divine feminines, we received a lot of messages. Like, cards have been popping everywhere, messages everywhere. And I also picked up on the message that everyone is not on the twin flame journey, right? I've actually spoken with many, right? And they always say the same thing. Well, I was dealing with this other reader, and this other reader told me I was on the twin flame journey, and I didn't understand it, because that's what I was picking up when I received the message that everyone is not on the twin flame, journey. Because if you've been, riding with me for a while, this twin flame journey is a process. It is about steps, right? It's a journey. And anytime I receive messages that there is a graduation or a stepping up or the movement forward, when I pick up on those times, I'll let you all know, right, when the next wave of people or the persons who are coming up and stepping up to the plate, when is their time. But do not forget that this journey or this process or these steps is literally what it is. It's steps. Everyone is not on the same step, right? So we receive the messages, right, today of how the divine feminine feels about the divine masculine and how the divine feminine views the divine masculine. If it does not resonate with you today, that does not mean that in the future it will not. It depends on what step you're on. So I ask that the strongest messages, right, come forth, right, to resonate with many, right? So what we have going on. So this is, I would say, usually I call it our spiritual message, right? And how I know it is for the twin flame journey, because my messages or my cards, they speak. So anytime you see the Queen of Coin, that is the divine feminine. Anytime you see the King of Coin, that is the divine masculine. And in one of the messages, the divine masculine came out, right? So what we received was the grounding, right? Because this fell on the ground. Surrender to miracles, right? A lot of our messages came out of the surrender, release, or accept deck, right? And it's about two dolphins, right? The main colors here are white, purple, and black. The white talks about the purity and the clarity of the purple, which is the power or the empowerment of the black. Black represents banishment or darkness, right? So it says the grounding of miracles. So it says, be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance or banish any doubt that miracles can happen. I know for a fact that I've been telling you guys when we get into the twin flames that it's going to come a time is literally going to either boost you forward, right, into becoming a better divine feminine, or it's going to work against you in negative ways, whether it be depression, speaking down on oneself. Also, for those who are in the step of battling with these karmics, trust me, I've been there. A lot of us been there until we learn that that's not the way to go, right? It's all about protecting yourselves up. So they're telling us that a miracle is here, but you need to ground it. You need to pull it down, right? You need to give it access, yeah? The next message we receive, it says surrender to receiving support and love. Another 2. Because in the first, we had 2 dolphins. Now here we have 2 polar bears. All right? Land and sea, right? The same colors remain. White, purple, and black. White, purple, and black. Third message out. Surrender your attachments to results. Clarified by the divine masculine. I'm going to read this one, right? Divine masculine. Main colors here are white, blue, and black. The white talks about the purity, the clarity, or the celebration of the blue. The blue talks about being cool, calm, and collective, being in a relaxed state, being in chill mode, right? Taking a chill pill. Why? Because black is also here once again. Black represents darkness, banishment. You're either going to let go of you holding on to what, I wonder what's going to happen to us in the end, or I want to know what destiny has for me, or who destiny has for me, because a lot of divine feminines, they have learned that it's not just they only are here for one divine masculine, that they have the opportunity, and this is where the tools come in, to attract another divine masculine that is vibrating on the same frequency as them, correct? So surrender your attachment to results, all right? Over the water, you have a feminine energy looking over the water. Feminine energies represent woundings or injuries, right? Someone who is wounded, but what is this person, or who is this person wounded by? A person who has stirred their feelings, or dealing with feelings, because water is here, or getting a person's life back on track, because water doesn't only, it speaks about emotions. It is the rejuvenation and the bounce back factor to life, living your life, right? Calming down and letting go. It says the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Not being stressed, not pushing too hard, not rushing the process. And it's a long process, because it's not just your life, it's the divine masculine's life, and it's these karmics' life, and then everybody else who wants to be involved and speak into, your relationship or what you have going on, or not just you, but everybody else who's around and has a hand in the pot, or has a say, and what's to happen, or what goes and what stays and what leaves. All of this takes time when you have a lot of energy floating around, doing this over here, doing that over there, right? So it says, do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results, right? Because when you dwell on it too long, you mess it up, right? Some of you probably heard me say it before, but study long, you study wrong, right? Once you receive it, then you should have it. There is no going back to the drawing board, because if you keep dwelling on it, sooner or later you're going to start missing points, right? I hear missing points, something that is crucial, some type of information that you need to know, or you've seen, you may forget. So don't put yourself in a headspace to do that. It says holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. That's why this card is white, blue, and black. It is time to relax. But what is the attachments to results that the spiritual realm is speaking of? the divine masculine. All right? You do what you got to do for you. When they tell you, you know, the formula for success is to do all you can do to make things happen. Make things happen for you, for self, right? Because I told you many months ago, when it comes to you building up yourself and being positive and speaking positivity into your life, that's not being selfish. It's called energy building. Yeah. That is positivity, right? It's a positive situation or a positive thing to do. You know how many people just wake up and roll over out of the bed, hit, their feet hit the floor, and they just go to work themselves down, don't have any fun, don't hang out, come back home, take their shoes off, watch TV, eat something, and go back to sleep, only to wake up to do it all over again. That's not what it's about. Then, clarifying the insight of all, you receive beauty. Beauty comes in the form of the number 4. 4s represent what is to be accepted, what is to be rejected, or what can keep you stuck. And then the thing about beauty, this rose is here representing beauty, but never forget, even though a rose may be beautiful and a rose may smell beautiful, if you pull it too fast or you grab it, right, you do not take the proper steps, I hear, into getting this rose, you will get pricked. And I also hear damaged, harm, right, injuries. So you got to be careful. Even though the situation is a beautiful situation, if you move too fast, you will delay the process. That is an injury. You see? Be careful. So for your spiritual message, they're popping. I was going to say, let's clarify beauty, but they want to clarify your miracle. And this was the only card that fell upon the floor. Now, when I say 2s are crucial, you have 2 dolphins, right, in a full moon. Full moons represent the spiritual realm, right, coming in to deliver a message. Full moon also tells you when to look at your moon sign. And full moons also tell you in due time, all things will be revealed. Anything that is hidden or anything that is unknown in a short period of time, the moon always shines her light, right? Moons are feminine. The sun is masculine, right? Upon the situation that is either hiding in the shadows, that is a secret, that is unknown, and also could be dark. Right? Dolphins 2. And then here's the sun, right? Over the white polar bears. It's like light and dark. Because you have the moon and the sun. And then you have the sea and the land. See? The different animals. The sun. Right? So 2s represent, right? Doorway, gateway, threshold. That is an opportunity. Opportunity, missed opportunity. If the opportunity presents itself and you do not take it, missed opportunity. The connecting factors of 2, whether it be you and the divine masculine, right? 2 connecting factors. It also talks about conversating and debating. The conversating side of conversation is the talking, the agreements, and the understanding of communication. The misunderstanding of communication or the debating side is not understanding of communication. It is also arguments, right? And negotiations being made, even law enforcement being called out. Or this could talk about another female or another woman, 2s. So you have to be careful because your 2 is crucial. Clarifying your miracle, right? Surrender to the miracle, the grounding of your miracle. You receive the whale or the Ace of Cups. A divine offering is here. And once again, we have dolphins with dolphins. Dolphins. Right? Water. And the whale, or the Ace of Cups, is the water element. Water. So, water is here, right? Water is here, right? And water is here. This could also let us know, right, that it is a time of a lot of you getting your lives back on track. Getting out of your head and stop worrying about what is going to happen between you and the divine masculine. Because 9 times out of 10, divine feminines, if you have been working on yourself, that same divine masculine that you're thinking of and you're thinking you're going to be with one day and all, you may have surpassed them. It just depends on the information that you have been getting about this twin flame journey. So an offering is here. An offer of love could be, or an offering that is going to stir someone's emotions, if not allow an opportunity of getting someone's life back on track. Because the whale is the one. Ones represent you, right? You. Clarified. It represents you along your thoughts of journey. How has a person been thinking along this twin flame journey? Because the journey is the twin flame journey. Someone has been thinking about the 4 of staffs, stability, right? A solid foundation, right? Someone could have also been thinking about a blockage, because 4s also represent blockage. And because the 4 of staff, right, is in the form of a square, that is also a block. Someone has also been thinking about the stability or maintaining the relationship, because there's a divine feminine and a divine masculine within the 4 of staff, right? If I hear, can we make it? Is this really real, right? I hear a lot of people questioning themselves, right? See? Spirit, why is the 4 of staff here? Let's see. And we're gonna see an indecision, questioning themselves. Why? Because someone is indecisive here. And a person may be indecisive here. 2 of swords, more 2s. Because a person, right, does not see their power, right? This is the feminine energy that wears purple. All right? Purple represents power or the empowerment. Why does a person not see their power? Because here is a dog that represents friend or enemy, right? And because this dog is brown, this is a person who's rooted in your life, who has a stable position in your life. But this person is coming in and confusing you and putting you all in your head space. And it's no good, because this person can tell you how they feel or whatever they want you to hear, and you don't know if it's true, or because this is your best friend or a close friend, you should listen to them because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But all the same time, your mind is confused because the sky in the back is gray. Gray represents confusion. And a lot of you are so confused at this time and do not know what's going on, that you are not even paying attention to the spiritual message or the spiritual connection that is, it remains there. This is never changing. The moon. See that? Can't even see. Can't see, unsure. Underneath the deck. Underneath the deck. Who's here? Never changing. The moon is here with the Queen of Swords. Temperance. 10 of Cups. The Sun. You got 2 luminaries. Towards the 8 of Swords. Time for a transformation. and the 8 of Cups. Why? Why? Because the 2 of Coins is here. 2 of Coins towards what? The Lovers. We gonna backtrack. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So they tell us what? Right? Someone who is mentally wounded, right? That is the Queen of Swords. But see, I'm picking up on this Queen of Swords 2 different ways, because usually the Queen of Swords is our karmic. This is who the divine masculine is linked up, paired up, married to, in a deep relationship with at this time. Or, well, for some, the relationship is falling apart, but this represents the karmic that is with the divine masculine at this time. That's when I say I'm picking up 2 different ways. This could also be the karmic, or this is the divine feminine mentally wounded. But we're going to read on and see, right? So they tell us, and the reason why the karmic is here, because I hear Spirit says, tell them, tell them, tell them. If this is the karmic, right? This Queen of Swords is the karmic. And you have the karmic facing the moon. And the moon represents spiritual connection, spiritual ties. This could be the karmic doing dark magic or some type of dark work that is not seen, shadow work that is not seen. So when I said earlier, you work on staying protected up, because depending on what stage you are on, these karmics, they are into dark magic against you to keep you away from the divine masculine, okay? And if you are past that stage, you already know being protected up is like waking up out the bed in the morning and before you saying your prayers before your feet hit the ground. You know what I mean? It just depends on where you at. But if this is the divine feminine coming in mentally wounded, they're telling us now that the divine feminine is looking to the moon. See that? Looking to the moon, looking to the spiritual realm. But what are you looking to the spiritual realm for? Some type of healing, some type of balance, some type of answers. See that? And these answers and this balance, temperance, pertains to some type of changes that is going on. See that? That is going on. So a lot of divine feminines are now starting to tap in, right? You're starting to tap in to your ancestor or your bloodline, which would be the spiritual realm. A lot of divine feminines, you are starting to tap into the spiritual realm and these angelic realms, because what if this is the divine feminine, right? It's a lot. What do I see? What is surrounding the divine feminine at this time? Majors. What majors are surrounding the divine feminine? The moon. This could be the ancestors. This could be the heavens. And this could be the angelic realm. You see? So a lot of divine feminines are starting to tap in. So then they tell us what? When you tap in, what is going to occur? The illumination of a place of comfort, right? A lot of you are going to find, right, a place of comfort. If your mind, right, if your mind is confused at this time, if there's something that you don't understand, a lot of you are going to find the clarity that you are looking for. You are going to hear a message, right, that you need to hear and understand to get you out of a place of being mentally stuck. See that? 8 of Swords. And how I know, I want you to pay attention. How do I know that everything is going to be all right? Because the sun and the bull and the child goes towards the Ten of Cups, a place of comfort. The illumination of celebration of all things solid, all things value, all things abundant, towards a place of comfort. See that? Ten of Cups. Out of a time of being mentally confused. See that? And what will you gain is the Eight of Cups. In this deck, the Eight of Cups does not mean walking away unless it is reversed. In this deck, the Eight of Cups represent a person who is receiving a new plan, also known as a new opportunity, out of a time of juggle struggle. Two of coins, up and down, round and round, towards what? This lover situation, that also known as the twin flame situation that's going on, because that's what we're talking about, and it's going to become a time of balance, right? The Lovers is a major arcana number 6. What is the 6? The 6 talks about a balance, right? Equal give and take. And for some, the two becoming one, a time of healing a relationship. Some type of spiritual message, right? Or angelic healing is upon the two. And if you have been manifesting, it is a time of receiving, right? It is a time of receiving. You cannot use your energy to manifest and create only to knock it down and complain and talk negative about it. They said to surrender your results to the end, right? You pray upon it, you manifest it, and you let it go. If you're not doing some type of work to build on it or build it up, leave it alone before you tear it down. And if you are new to my channel, one thing about it, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Never have, never will. That's not what I do. And I do not dress up lies. I am going to tell you what I feel. I'm going to tell you what I hear. And I'll tell you what I see. All right? That's why we here. A lot of people have been misled for so long, right? I keep seeing the image of the Two of Swords and staring at that gray sky. That a lot need help, want help, but do not know which way to go. All right? And you could not believe the people I talk to, and they all say the same thing. I talked to this other reader, and they told me I was on a twin flame journey, but they couldn't tell me anything about the twin flame journey. Well, at the end of the day, it's upon you to do your research, right? And try to figure out if you fit in or not. Because some people, right, they cannot tell you anything bad. Like, they don't want to tell you, oh, I see in 2 days you're going to break up with your significant other. They don't. So they just say, oh, you're going to go do some things and you're on a twin flame journey. Everybody's not on a twin flame journey. Everybody is not there. And for those who know that they are, y'all better tell them it's work. This is not no walk in the park. Sorry. So let's go. Now we're going to get into how the divine feminine feels about the divine masculine and how the divine feminine views the divine masculine. Okay? So feel and then view. So spirit, for all to see, hear, know, and understand, what is the insight on the divine feminine feelings towards the divine masculine, right? Thank you, too. Woo. Honesty is here. That came out so quick, right? Honesty towards playful. Someone takes this as a joke. Or they look at the divine feminine, looks at the divine, feels, right? Feels like the divine masculine is a player. The divine masculine plays games, right? And I hear like not like play mind games, but plays games of life. Like the divine masculine plays games with the divine feminine's life. Transformation is gonna come in. You got an 8 and an 8, baby. Yeah, let's go. Spirit, how does the divine feminine view? What are the divine feminine's views towards the divine masculine? What are the insights? Whew. We received 3. And guess who showed up? The divine masculine represents the warrior in this deck. But the thing that you do not see, that you do not know, you receive 2 on top of the warrior that are unseen, unknown. See that? What did you receive? Loyalty and individuality. Depending on how you view this divine masculine, some are going to remain loyal to self. And some are getting ready to receive a message. That orange bird represents open way, right? Or the way being clear, open road, right? And because it's a bird, it represents communication. But at the end of the day, right? No matter where you fall in this view situation, a wounded, 2 feminine energies, wounded, could also represent third parties. 2 feminines, 1 divine feminine and 1 karmic. It just depends on the message that they give us for the situation, right? Wow. And we're gonna see what's gonna be gained out of both of these situations. So let's go get some more insight, right, to what's going on. So spirit, for honesty and playful, right? And how the divine feminine feels about the divine masculine. What do we need to see, feel, hear, and understand? Awareness. This is also known as the magician. Awareness is here. Open your eyes, ears wide. And for how the divine feminine views the divine masculine. What is the insight we need to feel, hear, understand, and know, spirit? Woo. Wisdom is here. Wisdom is here. Also known as the Hierophant. So for the insight of viewing, we received the major. That is the magician. Awareness is the magician. And for the view, we receive wisdom, also known as the major Hierophant. Right? Major situation, right? Major situations. Let's go. Closing down your view and getting into your feeling. Honesty is here, right? Honesty. Coming in as an 8. What is the 8? Spiritual rebirth and rejuvenation, also known as a transformation, calling forth spirit to a person, which would be the divine masculine, and a situation about being truthful. So some of you, right, may be in contact with your divine masculines, but you're unsure if the divine masculines are telling the truth or are they putting on, right? Because a lot could be going through a time where the divine masculines may not be speaking right now. Some may not be in contact. Some of you may be feeling like the divine masculine, oh, they're out there doing their thing right now. Playful. Let's see what needs to be surrendered, released, and accepted for playful. Spirit, for the divine feminines, what needs to be surrendered, released, and understood about playful, about these divine masculine. Something you need to know. You receive too. You receive too. It's something you need to know because awareness is here. Something is here to open your eyes, and we are going to break down awareness and see what is the message that the spiritual realm have for you. Clarifying yours playful. We receive surrender to passion. Coming in wounded, feminine energy. Something here is not seen. The feminine energy has a black mask over the eyes that represent banishment or darkness. Maybe something is not seen clearly here. And then the next one you receive is surrender to the wisdom of your body. Anytime you start talking about the wisdom of your body and the feelings within your body, this is where spirit lies within you. If your spiritual self, higher self tells you something is not right, take heed. Because when you do not, you stay in a feminine energy, wounded. Surrender to passion, I'll read. It says, get out of your head, confusion, and feel the fire in your belly. Where the spirit reside within your belly. Feel in your feelings. Focus on the people. Right now we're on Twin Flame Journey talking about the divine masculines. And the activities. We don't know if they plan or not. That's what you're saying. That ignite your passions and let it flow. Or let it go. Goodbye. Surrender to the wisdom of your body, because I don't know. Some of you could go with what your heart is telling you about the divine masculines. And some of you are going upon the feelings. So it's either about your heart or your feelings, right? Your emotions. And your emotions are different from your heart, just like your heart is different from your emotions. So if it is a heart feeling, right? Hard or heart feeling, you fall up under the passion, surrender to passion. And if you are going with the feelings of your body and letting spirit take over, hopefully you take heed. It says, listen to your body's message about a person or a situation. Divine masculine twin flame situation. If you feel physically drained and uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. But how can you move forward when they saying we have something to tell you? There's something going on that you don't know about. Something is being manifested and created. You see? So, the magician comes in as a one. What is the one? The one you, the one thought, the one journey, the one of you along your thoughts of journey. They're getting ready to drop some knowledge on you. Right? So, let's see. Let's see what the energy is about with this awareness. Spirit for the divine feminines towards the divine masculines. What is the energy surrounding awareness at this time? Contract. Whoa. Honesty. It falls on top of honesty. I told you they're getting ready to drop some type of knowledge on you. What is about this honesty? A contract situation is here. The yin and the yang is here. And guess who else showed up to the party? That karmic. Envy is here. So what they say, this is what they're saying. Someone is trying to balance, right? Because the contract comes in as a 6. Some type of contract, yin and yang, but the yin and yang come in as the 4. What is the 4? What will be accepted? What will be rejected? Or what will remain stuck towards what? An envious person. But when you look, the envious person isn't even trying to hear that. Oh, we're not getting a divorce. We're not separating. You're not going to leave me to go to that divine feminine. See that? So they're trying to tell us, I'm trying to come in and balance this contract. But see, when I walked into the contract, I walked into it blind, right? Didn't see. I don't even see the balance anymore. It's so much going on. The divine masculines are wounded, hurt. See that? Feminine energy. Some type of contract or deal was made. See that? And they're trying to figure out a way to undo, if not get through or balance it out, But the person who they're linked with, tied to, they're not hearing that. Envy. Envy. See that? Wow. So they're talking about some type of contract, some type of agreement. And this is not necessarily just like marriage or being heavily committed. You got to understand, when the divine feminine, when you came on the radar, these karmics, they do any and everything. Hurry up and get pregnant. Hurry up and have another baby. Make the divine masculine stay there. Hurry up and get into more contracts, business-wise, home loans, mortgages, auto loans, some type of situation. Could be about finances, right? It's just a lot. I also hear clarified. Not blame game, but like shaming. So like the divine, like something about the karmics gets in front of their family. Yeah, you know, the divine masculine wants to divorce me. Why? Because, you know, they have another person on the side. It's just a lot that I hear. So be careful. Clarifying the awareness. We receive the the God of air, right? And in this deck, the kings and queens, right? Or the gods and goddesses reverse, flip-flop. So this is known as the Queen of Swords. Who is the Queen of Swords? The karmics have showed up in the form of number 4. Someone, right, who has the mental capacity, because air represents swords, right? This is air element 1, thought of action. To take action to keep someone bound, to keep someone stuck, to keep someone blocked, right? Or to keep someone grounded or held down. See that? Queen of Swords. So what are they telling you about divine feminines? Is about the karmics, right? Queen of Swords. Spirit, why is the Queen of Swords here? You know, sometimes we don't know the whole situation, and people walk around with their nose in the air, right, and their ears closed. Clarifying the Queen of Swords, you receive the Page of Cups. This is the receiving of an emotional offer, or offer that like comes in and changes a person's life. But let me tell you something about the Page of Cups in this deck. The person who came in and made an offer, the offer was not beneficial to the other party. The offer was beneficial to them, because in this cup, that fish faces the person that is offering it, right? So the Queen of Swords, what have you done? An offer was made, but the offer that was made was beneficial to the karmic, right? Spirit, clarify the Page of Cups stuff. Strength is here. Gotta have the strength, right? Gotta have the strength, right? Transformation of strength, right? Transformation of strength. To do what? Or for who? The Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords. The divine masculine must have strength, right? Or for those who are musicians, right? Because the divine masculines are also represented as musicians too. So when you see the magician, that is also the divine masculine. This is also a time that they must learn to either build up energy, manifest energy, because they're going to need the strength. Why do they need the strength? Because the karmic is here. See that? And then they tell us what? Forward movement is going to take place behind the backs of the karmics. Why? Because the karmic is looking out elsewhere, looking outside the relationship. But it's also about a mental thing, right? Swords. But what is the mental situation that has occurred that has the divine or the karmics looking elsewhere and the divine masculines elsewhere? 7 of Swords. The Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords with the 6 of Swords makes the 7 of Swords. What is the 7 of Swords? Sneaky actions have occurred. Lying, stealing, cheating, right? Robbing, yeah. And someone heartbroken, but they have a plan of action, of recovery in their mind. So when I say the divine masculines are getting ready to move towards healing and recovery factors behind the backs of these karmics, this is what's getting ready to take place. Okay? Underneath the deck, the divine masculines face a time of being comfortable. See that? The King of Coin towards the 10 of Cups. Why is the divine masculine facing a place of being comfortable, being at peace? Because they're getting ready to leave someone in the past. 6 of Cups. See that? Gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. Getting ready to leave somebody in the past. And then, when they leave this person in the past, why are they leaving a person in the past? Because they are on a new journey, Ace of Staff, for a new love or new emotions or opportunity of love, Ace of Cups. Whether it be love of self, love of someone else, or love of something else, they're getting ready to go on a new journey. And the person who's staring into that cup of love, that's not paying attention, sneaky actions are getting ready to go on behind the karmic's back. I just wanted to go back and show you. They're getting ready to face the 5 of Cups. 4 cups are on the ground, and the cup that is in that person's hand represents the 5 of Cups. Someone who is down and out, feeling bad, don't know what to do, emotionally depressed. See? About what? About actions being taken towards someone who is single. Knight of Staff towards the 9 of Coins. Actions being taken over the water, right? Emotions, or someone getting their life back on track to take action towards someone who was held back for a coin from changes, 5 of Coins, or the person who is getting ready to receive a message. Right? So when you view, right, divine feminines, when you view the divine masculines, don't view them too hard, because you have the karmics here blocking, stopping, and they've been blocking and stopping for a long time. Make sure you stay working on yourself, right? And not thinking bad thoughts. Because see, I told you a long time before, long ago, when you think these thoughts and you speak down, you don't speak down upon the divine masculine, because you are slowing them down. You are hindering them. You are literally holding them down to the ground where they cannot move. They already have to face that with these karmics that they're with. And remember, I told you, when you are at peace with yourself in a situation, because you've been working on you and you've been protecting yourself up, that you are that place of calmness. You are the 10 of Cups, a place of peace, a place of comfort. You are the opposite, right? You are that opposite. So keep that in mind, that watch your views and watch your thoughts, and never speak down. Never speak down. Moving on to how you view, how you feel, You may feel like down and out. Oh, this is not real. This is never going to happen. It's taking so long. Guess what? You speaking down. So it's going to take longer. Practice what you preach on yourself, right? Let's move on to the view, right? In how the divine feminine views the divine masculine pops up. Who is the center of attention at this time? The divine masculines. Coming in with opportunity, missed opportunity. Negotiations, fighting, yelling, arguing, or misunderstanding of communication, talking, agreements. This is all the communication of conversation. Two connecting factors. Now, when we get to these two connecting factors, you have somebody getting ready to receive a message on one hand, wounded, and you got somebody who is waking up to honor themselves and be loyal to self, but they're wounded. And I can tell you why they may be wounded. This person could be wounded because they're waiting on communication. They're not making any positive moves to get out, right? To be themselves, not being true to themselves. They rather hover around their cell phones and wait till the divine masculine contacts them. And for some reason, I feel like these two have been arguing, and some type of message is gonna come in. But the message that comes in may not be the message that you want to hear or a person wants to hear. And I feel they popping. Resentment is here. And I feel like, and I see the lineup. I feel like it's something about a message of being free. Meaning, a person like the divine masculine may tell the karmic that they don't want to be with them anymore. It's something about being free. But we're going to surrender, release. Let's go. Spirit 4, individuality. Or a person who's waiting on some type of message. Because don't forget, the orange bird represents open way, open road. Some may have been in the process of getting a divorce. And this may be the month, right? Because we're in March, so it's the month of creation. It may be the month that the divorce is finalized. It may be the month that the house sold. Now the monies can go to different parties. It's a lot going on, right? But I do pick up arguments. What needs to be surrendered, released for the individuality? It's something going on. 2. It says surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. See, someone wants to keep the way it was from past times. They don't want to allow a newness or a freshness in, right? Something new. Surrender your fear to change. See, times are changing for these karmics. Times are changing for these karmics. And a lot of them don't want to take heed that action is like literally being taken. Because you have this feminine energy on this horse. And horses represent action. And the person on top of this horse is wounded because they don't want the horse to move too fast. Or they don't want this horse to move at all. They don't want anything, any type of change to occur. And long as horses move, that represents action, you're going to have change and action hand in hand. So let me read. To surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. It says, let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originated from the past. So if they were married in past times, or they lived together in past times, or that they were in a relationship in past times, that time is coming to an end. Then you can own your own, see that? Then you can own your own power and soar in your life, Soar represents growth. So now it talks about a person being alone here. Now let's go over here towards the person who is wounded in loyalty. And this could be, right? You, like, a person is wounded because they have to learn to be loyal to themselves, right? They have to learn to view others, not just the divine masculine, but view others around them with that cold eye that says, I have been loyal to you for 10 years and never once have you been loyal to me. Or you have to learn how to view others' actions and see if they give you loyalty in return. What is the saying? Do unto others as others do unto you. If a person is not giving you loyalty, how can you give loyalty in return? If a person knows that you are loyal, how can you just allow a person to walk all over you and use you? No. Until you own up, right? Till you see loyalty within yourself and you know how you handle and you treat others. If they cannot give you that in return, shut them down. Spirit, what needs to be surrendered, released, and accepted for loyalty? Thank you. Surrender to stubbornness. You know, and it coming in wounded again, feminine energy. But you get a little leeway here because there's a mausoleum floor there. Mausoleum floors represent confusion. A person who may be grounded in confusion. That is why you are wounded. It says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. Yielding means cautious, right? It could be towards a person or a situation or something. This will help you communicate, talk, open up more lovingly with others and yourself. Yeah. If they're not giving it back, go away. Get from around them. Now, the warrior. And I'm going to tell you to swing because I see the swing being clarified with wisdom or the Hierophant. Hierophant represents commitment, pathways, change of pathways at that. Spiritual leader, right? Teacher. Commitment. Did I say commitment? But changes are coming because wisdom or Hierophant, major arcana number 5. 5 represents changes. So how is this situation changing? Boom. See that? Wisdom. Between the divine masculine and the karmic, if this is the karmic, right? Because I feel like this is the karmic. How is situations changing? For one, together they represent the 4, all right? The warrior is the 2. The karmic is the 2. 2 and 2 makes the 4. 4s represent what is accepted, what will be rejected, or what will remain blocked or stuck. But they tell us a change is coming. And because this is the Hierophant, a change in commitment. So when they say surrender outdated beliefs and your fear to change, changes are coming. But then clarifying the change or wisdom, we receive surrender to resentment. This is clarifying the divine masculine. What must you see, right? Views. It says holding on to resentment only poisons you. What could be poisonous is this relationship or situationship. It says try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations. So from out of one situation, right? Because this is the warrior. The warrior is in the middle, leaving the old situation behind and moving forward to a positive situation or a time in life, right? Because it says, once again, holding on to resentment only poisons you. This is the situation of the arguing, the fighting, the yelling, right? Someone could be going to jail, being incarcerated. See that? Divorce. And it says, try to forgive each other for their shortcomings. The only way to move on and to gain passage is forgiveness. But don't forgive one without forgiving self, right? It's a two-step process. And then it says, keep moving forward. This is the forward. Out of one situation, and you keep moving forward to the person who is going to learn to be loyal to themselves. And if the divine masculine is not loyal, then the divine feminine cannot give loyalty back. Because the divine feminine is going to keep working on self and being loyal to self to keep moving forward. And at the end of it all, the divine masculine must come for the divine feminine, but don't forget that the divine feminine has the choice to keep her back turned or their back turned to the divine masculine to attract a new or a better or a divine masculine that is vibrating on the divine feminine's frequency. Don't forget it. And it says keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. That is the change of pathway, right? This is the change of wisdom, Hierophant. So the change of commitment or relationship is the Hierophant for this situation, an old situation. And the change of pathway, where a lot of divine masculines are going to be getting on the right pathway to get ready to link up with these divine feminines. Right? Get in line or getting aligned. Right? For a more positive time. Letting go of resentment factors. When it's over, it's over. You see the umbrella blowing over the flowers? And this is red. Everything is red. The flowers are red. The umbrella is red. Red represents blood, love, or defeat. And because we have 3 people here, everybody represents something. Blood, love, or defeat. Blood is family. For those who have been married and connected and linked together and may have had children, some type of bond or commitment was there. The karmic is family. This is the blood, the representation of blood. Love would be moving forward towards being loyal to someone who is loyal to you. This would be the divine feminine. But at the end of it all, the divine masculine is the one that is going to suffer a defeat either way. So remember, when you forgive one, you forgive yourself too. Because resentment factors are here for the divine masculine. Let's do a few flips. Because we already an hour in. But we need to know, baby. We need to know. And we're going to see what you're going to gain. Because I didn't do it with the feelings. But we're going to do it with the views. Spirit, why is wisdom here? Or major arcana Hierophant. Woo! They popping. Y'all seen them? Popping. The double is here. The double represents discernment. And in this deck, this is an extra major. Discernment and clear vision is here. Upon justice being served, that is nature. All right. Another major, right? Coming in as a 2 towards rejection factors or changing rejection factors. And this can swing either way. It can swing either way because you have the divine masculine learning to reject the karmics but only to be in fear or being in a state of resentment, not knowing if the divine feminine that they love is going to reject them. You see? And then they told us that the divine feminines, they're stubborn. Whew. Why are they stubborn? Because they stand in a place of confusion. And for a lot of people, when you are confused, you do not move. Right? You stand your ground whether you are in confusion or not. You stand your ground until you can figure it out. Clarifying justice and rejection. And rejection comes in as the 5 of Cups. So it came out again. Page of Staff. Oh, so some type of news or message is coming. Yeah, somebody's going to get some news, but we know that. Page, dang, why is the Page of Staff here? Oh, because it's a time of destined events. This is the time of the divines taking over. News towards destiny. Final verdict, I hear. Final decisions. Judgments are getting ready to be handed down. And I'm not talking about the court of law, right? Some it's going to be the court of law because this is justice. So this is going to be divorces going through and settlements being done, but not just the physical judges, but the judgments of the divines is getting ready to come down, right? Come down towards what, Spirit? Or towards who? Towards what was, right there. You see it's hitting. Towards is 2. What was being held back, what was being blocked, what was being stopped. See that? 4 of coin. Towards who? Towards the hermit. The person who was journeying. Who's on this journey? Of the twin flames. The divine masculine and the divine feminines. Who are we talking to? We are talking about the person who was held back from insight. The person who was held back from going towards the fire, where the fire represents passion, drive, or that action. A person whose actions held them back. Staff points back to the 4 of coins. This is a time of movement. Underneath the deck, the karmic comes out. Queen of Staff represents the karmic, and the Queen of Staff is what? Facing a heartbreak. 3 of Swords, heartache, heartbreak, hard times. A person who is down and out. But I'm going to tell you right now, for the karmics, don't say, ooh, that's good for them. Because see, even though they face that heartbreak and hard time and hardships, 3 of Swords, they going to go through. Believe it. Because they had some hand in holding back. But it wasn't just them, because the divine masculines was holding back as well. Not telling the truth. Not telling the divine feminines that some of you were married and had children and all that. Yeah. Anyway. But see, in the 3 of Swords, this person isn't just, taking swords to the chest. They are in a puddle of water that represents the rejuvenation of life, because they were unprotected. Shield is down. But at the same time, the rain is raining down on them, washing away the sadness, washing away the pain. See that? And then they tell us why. Why is the divine, why is the karmic going to suffer this heartbreak? They're going to suffer, but they've been waiting on it. See that? Waiting, 3 of Staff towards the 7 of Swords. They've been waiting for their payment in return. I'm going to show you. They've been waiting for their payment in return. Why? Because the offer was given. See that? Remember that? Page of Cups. And the offer that was given was to benefit them. And then because they gave a foul offer or a no good offer or untrue offer, guess what they say? They chose to walk away from divine love that offered them a new opportunity. Ace of Cups, Ace of Staff. But they chose to be mentally stuck upon their relationship with the divine masculines. They chose to be stuck in their marriage. They chose to be stuck in their commitments. Why? Because it was part of the plan of holding back these divine masculines. You see that? Strength towards the person who is indecisive, right? Not sure. Who is not sure at this time? The divine masculines. Because don't forget, they told us the divine masculines is the warriors that is paired with what? Wisdom. Also known as the Hierophant that represents changes. So strength is going to come in to a person who is wounded. To a person who does not see their power because someone is in their ear. The karmics. And when, right, the strength comes in, what is going to occur? A victory, 6 of staff, towards the wounded warrior. A person who was unsure about what to do, which way to go, what action to take. 9 of staff. Why are you unsure, right? Why? Because I was in a place of 5 of staff. The 6 of staff with the 9 of staff makes the 5 of staff, which is a conflict of action. But they tell us what? A victory is going to come in to the wounded warrior. And who is the wounded warrior? The divine masculine. King of coins. Ta-da! Loved it. So listen, you guys. I'm Leah. Anyone who needs to talk to me, you can email me, call me, text me. I'm getting ready to post up at Dark Mystics. We got to look at the blocks for March. If you do not know what Dark Mystics is, or you have not subscribed to Dark Mystics is the other channel where I pick up on all dark actions, dark thoughts, dark plots, right? Dark actions that a person may want to take against you, right? You can go there and subscribe. That's my other channel or our sister channel. I was supposed to do the TTOD 3 yesterday. I feel like with this TTOD 3 or Talks Terror Over Drinks, and this is our 3rd session. This is my 2nd attempt. And every time I schedule a date, somebody calls me or something pulls me. Right now, I am currently working on a shop, right? I have a lot of people that they want to come to the shop. Because a lot of my people are, most of them, like a lot of them are older and they're not computer savvy. So they don't know how to go on the internet and purchase a reed or stones or bracelets or candles or sage sticks. So they call me and I'm online trying to put their order in. But then, when it comes to giving me their card number, but they don't want to give me their address number. Their address to go with the card. It's crazy. So I have been busy getting this shop together. So even if you even in my neck of the woods, you can stop by, talk to me in person, check out the shop. I got a lot of things going on. So I got pulled towards the shop yesterday. By the time I got home, it was 9 o'clock, and I was like, I am not going to. We're not gonna do it because it's too late. Some people they're not gonna be there in the room. So our discussion is about crystals and stones. One thing about me, if you knew, right? I always put up a vote because I love to see what you guys want to know. And I'm full of information. If you have not, well, you have. If you've looked at my reading, you see I give you a lot of information. I break a lot of things down because they always tell you knowledge is key. Knowledge is power, right? So I try to give you as much as I can. So our discussion is about crystals and stones. I'm going to tell you the reason why crystals or stones are here upon this earth. And I have went through and tried to touch every category possible, from finances and abundance to love. Even I think I wrote down karmic release. Like, there's a stone that will help you release karmic ties and karmic connections. Like, that would not be great right now, right? What else? Stones that will help you get grounded. Stones that will bring down confusion. When I say it's, I tried to touch, build up your power. Manifestation. There are stones for that. So that's the discussion. We always talk about two different situations or two different things, subjects. So that was our discussion, but our hot topic is gray magic, right? We already touched on black magic. We already touched on white magic. Now everyone wants to learn about gray magic. And then I think I'm going to probably put up green magic or green energy. Magic is energy, right? So, I mean, we talk about what we drinking in our cup, because what you drink in your cup is your business. But stay posted for when I'm gonna post up this TTOD. It seemed like since I moved it to Saturday, something always happened. So I may post it on a Sunday. I don't know yet, right? It just depends. It was on a Friday, then I moved it to a Saturday, and as soon as I moved it to a Saturday, it's always something going on. So I figure it out, but I'm ready for you guys. I have actually people who write notes, and it's good because you will have it on hand. So outside of that, it's a month of creation, right? It's a month of creation. We are in the time or the season of Pisces, getting ready to go into Aries, right? So a lot of us are going to be in that emotional fire stage. Do not allow people to get you or to get under your skin about emotional topics or emotional subjects. Keep your cool, okay? Well, I love you guys. I know it was long, but thank you for watching this video. I know it was helpful, yeah. And until I see you guys again, when I post at Dark Mystics, I'll post up at Enlightened Mystics Essentials to let you guys know. Right now, I'm doing pathways, right? We got, I think Taurus is up, right? I finished all of the current situations. Taurus is up for their first pathway. I don't know who's up next, but even if you want to suggest the sign that goes next, write it down in the comments and I get to it, right? And then I think at Dark Mystics is either going to be fears, block holes, and regrets, facing your fears, or it may be facing your fears according to elements if it's not healings. So we need it all, right? More information is key. So at the end of it all, I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for riding with me. And until I see you guys again, work it out, figure it out, stay protected up, please. And manifest.